You wonder what we do when we're not thrashing for the no-name nationals. We thrash on trying to get a car back together. Just about done. To the dirt track, and you still find a hot rod. That's pretty sharp.
Just wanted to jump in here for a little bit. I'm waiting on some gravel to show up. I'm out here on my road grader. But that race we just watched, that'll probably be our last dirt race this year. We may race somewhere else another time or two. I don't know, but I think Matthew has somebody interested in the car. We've got another car that we've got to talk to a guy about. It'll be a factory stock, and we may be looking into that. I will still have a hobby stock, which is the Camaro. The difference between the factory stocks and the hobby stocks is the suspension. Basically, bodies and suspension. The factory stocks you can run Camaro in, you can run Monte Carlos in, you can run basically about any of those in. But in the hobby stock, it's basically leaf spring cars only. So that's the rules in that. That's because the leaf spring cars just can't, for whatever reason at Batesville, just can't quite compete with the Monte Carlos. I think it's the cornering speed. The Camaros will pull better down the straight, but the Monte Carlos will corner better. So the speeds in the corners and the straightaways are different, and sometimes that can cause problems. So anyway, we'll be getting back with you here real soon on some of that. But we've had a guy come to us and offer us a car. I've got to get back with him. I may try to call him sometime this week and maybe look at trying to set up a time to go look at this car. It's a pretty nice factory stock. It used to be a street stock, but it's been converted back to a factory stock. Basically what the difference is weight jacks in the front. You have to cut those out and put stock mounts back on. So I have to cut the jacks out where you can put a stock shock back in the stock location. But anyway, all of that is we'll have to get a rear end and some other things. It's basically a chassis less suspension. So and I think it's got a body and everything on it. It's a pretty nice car though. But that's okay. We'll save up and get a new rear end for it, new front suspension. We'll go through our motor this winter, maybe try to do a little upgrade on that, or build a new fresh motor and keep this one for a backup. But I do know that we need a little bit better motor for the factory stocks. It's basically the same rule, but that motor it's about 2 years old now, so it's probably needing to be freshened up. And when we freshen it up, we'll go ahead and upgrade the pistons and stuff. So I mean, it's running fine. There's not a problem with it, but it just needs probably looked at. So anyway, we'll pull that motor out. We'll show all of that here real soon. But I'm going to be going live, hopefully here in the next few days. Maybe by the time this video comes out, maybe I've already went live. But I plan on going live Monday nights, and we'll start maybe doing some of that, some lives on Monday night, and we'll see how that works out. Because just to kind of keep everybody up on what's going on as far as Outfits Garage goes. So there's a lot going on, a lot of plans, but there's a lot of things that I've got to get caught back up too, because the old blue Chevy truck took up a lot of our time and a lot of my finances getting that thing done, and I've got to get my red dually going again. I got to get a fuel tank for it, put a set of tires on the back. I've got the tires, but I've just got to get it all situated. Need to put a fuel tank on it. The tank has got a lot of rust in it, and somebody said maybe put some of that red coat in the tank and fix that. And I can get a brand new tank for $135. So I'm just going to go that way. And And then once I get that running and driving, I'm going to start focusing back on my '05 Chevrolet truck. Get a crank kit, putting a motor on it. So we'll be looking at that. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there on whatever else we're doing. Because I know I've got the startings. I've got the heads at the head shop for another motor for the dirt track car. Just a set of Vortec heads. I've got that. I've got a block. I've got a crank. I've got to try to get some pistons coming, but I need to get the block to the machine shop and have them look at that and see what we need to do as far as bore and measure it and all. I don't have the measuring tools to see what our bore is and if there's taper and all of that. So I know the motor that's in Matthew's car, it was, a lot of people would have probably threw that in the trash, but I had an engine guy to help me out on that, and he's made that motor live for 2 years now, and we have put it through the ringer. Of course, we've kept good oil in it, but it's been thrashed. So, but it's still not smoking. That's the thing about that. It's not smoking. It fires right up. It probably doesn't need anything, but I'm going to pull it out and take it to him and just let him look at it, and maybe just check the bearings. And if the bearings are all still looking good, we may just seal that thing back up, and it's still running good oil pressure. So anyway, I'll talk to him about it, and we may I don't know what we'll do. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But I know we've got to try to get this other motor built, because I want to get a fresher motor, one that might have a little better piston in it, so a better ring pack, so a lot less drag on the rings. I know there's a lot better technology now than what's in that motor. That's some old rebuilder flat top pistons, and they're heavy. And so it's absolutely stock crank, stock rods, and some old, I think it's 30 over flat top that's been rebuilt or pistons, and they don't even come all the way to the top of the block. So that's what we got, and it's been running fine. So anybody that thinks we got anything special, they don't know what we got. We do have a set of ARP rod boats in it. That is it. It is not fancy at all. So, but it just runs and runs good. So, flat top motor with I think it's a 221 cam from Comp Cams, and Vortec heads, stock Vortec heads, absolutely stock. But anyway, we'll get back with you here real soon, and maybe this live, I'm going to try to get this video uploaded today, and see about going live maybe tonight. Tonight's Monday, October 2nd, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you. So this is Russell saying, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, let somebody know Outfits Garage is still around, and we're trying to make some people laugh and have a good time, and maybe show them that you can have a really good time without throwing so many cuss words out there. I'm really frustrated with TV and all of that, and some YouTube channels, when I'll start watching them, but when they start talking really bad, I just, it's your prerogative to do that, but I don't have to sit and watch it. So I'm not going to give you viewing hours if you're talking filthy, so, or showing things that's filthy or nasty or whatever. I'm just not going to watch it. So I'm just putting that out there. So other people might do it, but I'm not. But anyway, I'm going to keep my stuff clean, family oriented, and that's just the way it's going to be, because I'm I'm a Christian. I love the Lord, and I want to promote good, clean viewing time, so you don't have to worry about none of that. So anyway, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment. If you leave something that's pretty nasty, get ready to get it deleted, because I'm not going to have that on my channel either. So anyway, that's just the way I am. But Russell saying God bless you, and Outfits Garage saying keep a hammering.